Good day. It is September the 22nd. Today we continue in Judges 21, doing verses 13 through 15, and Proverbs 22. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. It's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Now we begin, Judges 21, starting at verse 13. The Israelite assembly sent a peace delegation to the remaining people of Benjamin who were living on the rock of Rimmon. 14. The men of Benjamin returned to their homes, and the 400 women of Gibeah, Gilead, who had been spared, were given to them as wives. But there were not enough women for all of them. 15. The people felt sorry for Benjamin because Yahweh had made this gap among the tribes of Israel. Alright, so they just got through wiping out all of Benjamin except for the ones remaining on that rock of Rimmon. And then they realized, hey, there's not going to be any more Benjamin left. So what can we do? And they're trying to fix it. The Israelite assembly sent a peace delegation to the remaining people of Benjamin who were living at the rock of Rimmon. It's a natural fortress, that rock. Lots of caves. The war is over. 14. Then the men of Benjamin returned to their homes, and the 400 women of Jabath, Gilead, who had been spared, were given to them as wives, but there was not enough of them for all. There was not enough women for all of them. The 400 women, I think there were 600 men at the rock, so the 200 were without. Unless some had two wives, then there would be more. 15. The people felt sorry for Benjamin because Yahweh made this gap among the tribes of Israel. They regarded it as a disaster if a family is wiped out. And this is also probably where Levirate marriage came in, which is where if you die and you have no children, your brother marries, and then so on. That's what happened in the book of Ruth. Proverbs 22. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. 2. The rich and the poor meet together. Yahweh is the maker of them all. God made everyone. 3. A prudent man seeth the evil and hideth himself, but the thoughtless pass on and are punished. Prudent man says, uh-oh, trouble's coming, I better get out of the way. Thoughtless says, nope, I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing. 4. The reward of humility is the fear of Yahweh, even riches, honors, and life. You fear God, which means you properly love Him, respect Him, worship Him. You will have riches, honor, and life. 5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward, but he that keepeth his soul holdeth himself far from them. 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and even when he is old, he will not depart from them. Early instruction lasts a lifetime. 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower a servant to the lender. 8. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his wrath shall fail. 9. He that has a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth his bread to the poor. Generosity will be blessed. True generosity, not, hey God, I gave that guy $1, what you going to give me? Not that kind of generosity. 10. Cast out the scorner, contention will go out. Yea, strife and shame will cease. Get rid of troublemakers, and trouble will cease. 11. He that loveth pureness of heart, that has grace in his lips, the king shall be his friend. 12. The eyes of Yahweh preserve him that has knowledge, but he overthroweth the words of the faithless man. 13. The sluggard says, there's a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. They always have an excuse, and the brave man who goes up the street will find out that the lion was really just a bush casting a shadow. 14. The mouth of strange women is a deep pit. He that is a whore of Yahweh shall fall therein. 15. Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. Correction and discipline can hurt, and it does teach a child right from wrong. 16. One may oppress the poor, yet will their gain increase. One may give to the rich, yet will want come. 17. Incline thy ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thy heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them with thee. Let them be established altogether on thy lips. Keep God's knowledge with you. That thy trust may be in Yahweh, I have made them known to thee this day, and even to thee. So you trust God. I've telling you what He has done. Have I not written unto thee excellent things of counsels and knowledge? I wrote it all out for you, that I may make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mayest bring back the words of truth to them that sent thee. I did this so you can bring back the words of truth and spread it. 22. Rob not the weak because he is weak, neither crush the poor in the gate. For Yahweh shall plead their cause, and despoil of life those that despoil them. Don't take advantage of the poor and weak because they're poor and weak. God will take their side, and you won't like it. 24. Make no friendship with a man that is given to anger, and with a wrathful man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get the snare to thy soul. Yeah, stay away from easily angered people. 26. Be not thou of them that strike hands, or them that are sureties for debts, that is co-signing and guaranteeing someone's debt. If thou hast not the wherewith to pay, in other words, if you can't afford to pay the debt, why should thy bed be taken from thee? Because you'll lose everything. 28. Because you will end up paying. 28. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy father has set. That's stealing land. And 29. Seest a man diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.